when Isa comes, obviously you're going to join him.
100%, inshallah.
Yeah?
Inshallah.
Now the mainstream belief is that he's going to go around killing people if they don't accept the Ahlul Kitab, if they don't accept Islam. Will you do that? According to what you understand of Islam?
First of all, before I answer that question, I haven't heard that before, that he's going to do that.
I'll show you the video, yeah?
All the people of the book will believe in him. Now, when will this happen? This will happen upon the second coming, when he will come and give the Ahlul Kitab two options, death or belief. Belief in what? Believe in him, because he is the bone of contention.
فالذين يوجدون في ذلك الزمان من أهل الكتاب إما أن يقتل وإما أن يؤمن بعيسى. No other alternative but to accept Islam.
Mainstream Sunni scholars, they say that when Isa comes back in the latter days, anyone who doesn't believe in Islam, it will either be Islam or the sword. They'll be killed. Any person. What do you?
That's the words of scholars, not from the authentic source of Islam. What are the two main authentic sources of Islam? Quran and the Sunnahs.
Exactly, that's exactly our point. Yeah.
So nowhere in the Quran or Sunnah mention such words.
There are loads and loads of ulama, mainstream, okay, and it's a mainstream belief, who say that he's going to come and he's literally going to be Immal Islam, you accept Islam, or it's death. But you agree with me. All I'm trying to say is that, do you agree that Islam is not about that?
No, 100%. Islam is not about that.
Yeah.
There you go. It's not about that. It's not forcing someone to do this or that.
Those who interpret like this, Islam or the sword, what message do you have?
That's really wrong, because they are spreading hatred. The Quran is exactly opposite of what they said. Like Rafiddin, that's the main thing we have to always carry on throughout our life. Exactly.
So a lot of brothers, we've asked, they've said, yeah, he is going to do this.
Then they don't know Islam properly then.
Logically, it's not making sense. And it's going against the Quran.
Logically, it doesn't make sense.
Would you agree that we don't? Because the Quran says, La ikraha fid din, there's no compulsion in religion. So we won't force Islam. We believe it's the truth, but we don't force it on people.
Others, Sahih, it's the truth.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's true. Okay, so this is the question. The mainstream, you're Sunni, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The mainstream Sunni belief, okay, by the ulama, is that when Isa comes, he's going to give the non-believers two options. Imma Islam, you accept Islam, or Imma safe. So you either accept Islam or you face the sword, Imma safe. So there's no option to disbelieve, right? It's death straight away.
This is when Isa comes, right?
Yeah.
But by then, surely it would have been too late, because the signs of the hour would have already came.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But the Quran is still there. The Quran says, La ikraha fid din. It also says, whoever wants to believe, they can believe. Whoever wants to do kufr, they can do kufr. There's no force there. So how is Isa going to force?
Allah A'lam, I don't know. How? Do you have the answer for me?
Yeah. So I say that, look, the ulama get it. I believe this is a misinterpretation by the ulama. Okay, because the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ says that when Isa comes, he will get rid of jizya and he will get rid of yada al-harb, that he'll get rid of warfare, religious warfare. So the conditions of religious warfare won't be there. Okay, like Muslims won't be waging jihad in that manner like they were before. So it just meant that there'll be an era of peace where Muslims will be able to practice their religion. But the issue with the ulama, personally, what we believe, is that Isa can't come and go against the Quran, because that means he's abrogating the Quran, right? And Rasulullah never did this.
Okay. Okay.
So, yeah,
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But when you say the ulama are wrong, I don't agree with that.
Okay.
Because of they have dedicated their whole lives to studying Islam, right? And we're laymen at the end of the day compared to them.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I don't agree with. But everything else, I understand what you're saying. Yeah. But I don't think we're on the same page in terms of
the ulama
disagreeing with the ulama.
Okay, great. So what if I say the Prophet ﷺ also said, I agree that the ulama are learned people, but do you not agree that they can get things wrong, especially when, like this, I just ask you, this is what we're doing, we're asking brothers just off, you know, straight away what's your reaction to it, and logically it's not making sense, and it's going against the Quran.
Logically it doesn't make sense, but then again, the other brothers that you might ask, they might not know firstly what an ulama is, and their response.
So a lot of brothers, we've asked, they've said, yeah, he is going to do this.
then they don't know Islam properly then.
You know, the Holy Quran says that we can't force other people to accept Islam. Freedom of religion, right? There's so many verses. You agree with this, right?
Yeah, sure. We have the particular verse which states "La ikraha fid din," which means we cannot force anyone to the faith. Yeah. So
And like, for example, فَمَنْ شَاءَ فَلْيُؤْمِنْ وَمَنْ شَاءَ فَلْيَكْفُرْ. That whoever wants to believe, they can believe. Whoever wants. So that's fine. You agree with this, right?
yeah, really, every Muslim should agree because that agrees with the Quran.
So a lot of scholars, the mainstream Sunni Muslim belief is that when Isa ﷺ comes back in the latter days, he will give people the choice, those who are not Muslim and those who don't believe in Islam, he will either tell them to accept Islam or the sword. So that means that he will kill them, basically.
No, it doesn't mean like that. There's some other interpretation, but the mainstream interpretation is not to kill or something like that.
A lot of scholars say this.
Says such?
Yeah, they say such. But I don't agree with this either. We don't agree with this. We believe that there is no compulsion whatsoever in religion, right?
Okay, can you please show me the reference where it said so?
I'll show you the video, yeah?
All the people of the book will believe in him. Now, when will this happen? This will happen upon the second coming, when he will come and give the Ahlul Kitab two options: death or belief. Belief in what? Belief in him, because he is the bone of contention.
فالذين يوجدون في ذلك الزمان من أهل الكتاب إما أن يقتل وإما أن يؤمن بعيسى. No other alternative but to accept Islam.
Okay, what? Yeah.
So the scholars are saying that there's no other religion except Islam at that time, meaning that those who don't believe in Islam, they will be killed. And furthermore, they actually believe that Muslims, they will have to help and they will have to aid Jesus, the Messiah, and the Mahdi in doing so. Now, of course, I don't believe this. I believe that there's no compulsion in Islam whatsoever. And this belief, it goes against the Holy Quran and it goes against the Hadith. So what do you believe about this?
Same thing. First of all, the thing called killing. Never any source of any book or anything of the Islamic sources mentioned like this. It's only an interpretation of some of the person. We even don't know who is that guy who says in that manner.
The ulama are saying from these videos that when Isa comes, there is no other option but Islam.
Yes, true.
In terms of the Prophet.
In terms of killing, no, because killing is like the second greater sin in Islam.
Exactly.
So no, and he can't enforce him. Enforcing him is very haram. You know. So no, of course no.
So any alim who says that Isa is going to enforce people, you would reject.
Enforce? No. I reject.
I agree with this. I agree that Isa cannot come and force people to accept Islam, because why? The Quran says that you have freedom of belief, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I agree.
You can trust me on this, that mainstream Sunni scholars, they say that when Isa comes back in the latter days, anyone who doesn't believe in Islam, it will either be Islam or the sword. They'll be killed. Any person. What do you...
That's the words of scholars, not from the authentic source of Islam. What are the two main authentic sources of Islam? Quran and the Sunnahs.
Exactly. That's exactly our point.
Yeah. So nowhere in the Quran or Sunnah mention such words. Either it's Islam or sword. Nowhere it's mentioned.
Nowhere. In fact, it says La ikraha fid din. There is no compulsion in religion. And these other verses as well about freedom of religion, they can't be abrogated. The Quran will still be there until the Day of Judgment. So, exactly, that's the point.
Yeah, that's some of the scholars maybe. It's all about interpretation. Some of them would have been interpreted like that. So we don't accept that.
But those who interpret like this, Islam or the sword, what message do you have?
That's really wrong, because they are spreading hatred. Knowingly or unknowingly. We don't know. We don't have any proof of what they said.
Exactly.
If we get the real proof, we will be discussing about that. But still now we don't have any proof.
We don't have any proof.
From not even from any source, not even from the weak hadith.
In fact, the Quran and the Hadith are all opposite. They say everyone has the freedom of religion.
That's what you said. The Quran is exactly opposite of what they said. La ikraha fid din. That's the main thing we have to always carry on throughout our life. Yeah?
Until the Day of Judgment.
Until, inshallah.
The Sunni scholars, mainstream scholars, majority of them, they say that he will force people to accept Islam. And if they don't accept Islam, he will kill them with the sword.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
So what would you say to all these people that say, a lot of people believe this, so it's against Islam, it's against the Quran?
Yeah, definitely. Nobody's forcing peoples to come to Islam and accept it. They're just showing the peace and truth of the giving that messages.
And I'll tell you what else they say. They say that all the Muslims at that time, they will help Isa and the Mahdi in converting other people to Islam. So for example, if someone doesn't accept Islam, then normal Muslims will kill them as well.
No, we can't do that.
We can't do that, yeah?
No, we can't do that. We just we are just giving the messages, what is the truth and what is the wrong way. So just giving the advices.
And then they can choose whether to accept.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of people accepting, and it's already written. Someone is accepting, and a lot of going the wrong way.
Forcing people is wrong.
Yeah, definitely wrong. I can't agree that.
Going back to your point, that's what I'm saying. There's the ikhtilaf there. The saying, I don't agree with them.
Okay, fine. Let's take that out. Do you agree with this notion that he's going to come and kill people? Like literally, your neighbors.
Yeah.
You're born and bred here, right?
Yep. I'm born and bred here.
So when Isa comes, obviously you're going to join him.
100%, inshallah.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
Now the mainstream belief is that he's going to go around killing people if they don't accept the Ahlul Kitab, if they don't accept Islam. Will you do that? According to what you understand of Islam?
First of all, before I answer that question, I haven't heard that before, that he's going to do that. All I know is, from my limited knowledge, is that Isa alayhi salam is going to come and he's going to fight the Dajjal, and it's all going to happen in Palestine. That's all I know.
So this is, you can say with full confidence, and you could even search this up later, there are loads and loads of ulama, mainstream, okay, and it's a mainstream belief, who say that he's going to come and he's literally going to be, Immal Islam, you accept Islam, or it's death. But you agree with me. All I'm trying to say is that, do you agree that Islam is not about that?
No, 100%. Islam is not about that.
Yeah.
There you go. It's not about that. It's not forcing someone to do this or that. And for someone to firstly hear this, they might think that, but I think Islam is the opposite. It's never forcing you to be this person or that person. Exactly. Wallah, Islam is a beautiful religion. It advises you. We as brothers, for example, if we get 10 people right now, we can only advise them. We can't force them to take the Shahada, because at the end of the day, for a person to become Muslim, they need to believe in it. We can force as much as we want, but at the end of the day...
Exactly. So this is the point. Like, if I force someone, their heart's not going to believe.
100%. I agree with you. You can't force someone to do anything. Forget about Islam, anything. It's just whatever the heart believes is what believes. And just like that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that guidance only comes from Allah. We can only guide people through our limited means. But at the end of the day, if they want to accept Islam, or if they want to accept that Isa alayhi salam is going to do this, or whatever the belief is, you know, it's not something that we can force. It's whatever they believe is what they believe, and guidance comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sah?